So I have multiple authors on my do not buy, do not borrow list for multiple reasons, but an author who's at the top of that list and has been for many years is Peter F. Hamilton. Let's watch this clip of me talking about him in a previous video. A good example of the worst type of cliffhanger is from Peter F. Hamilton, The Commonwealth Saga. I read this years ago, and this book not only put me into a years-long reading slump because it was so bad, it also turned me into a more ruthless reader. So true, Queen. I used to be a completionist. I used to be like, oh my god, I need to know what happens. I need to. Now I don't. Now I just like, no. Not anymore because of Peter F. Hamilton. He gives me very strong Tory vibes. There's a lot of old white man syndrome dripping out of those pages. It's really just viscerally off-putting. To be fair, I only have read those two books. They're one book that have been chopped into two artificially. So I'm gonna go against everything I am and give this author a second chance. I do have another unread Peter F. Hamilton book. Here's another clip of me holding. I'm not reading that. There are fairies in there. I'm not going to read that. That's ridiculous. So these are my conditions, right? I will give Peter F. Hamilton a second chance if I can find a standalone book. It has to be a standalone. I usually don't mind reading the first book in a series from another author, but I don't trust Peter F. Hamilton. I don't trust him not to have a weirdly aggressive cliffhanger. So it has to be a standalone. My second condition is that it has to be short or relatively short. It has to be short for a Peter F. Hamilton, I guess. Unless I can find like a novella or something. Oh my god, that would be heaven. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to go on over to Peter F. Hamilton's Wikipedia page and see what the tea is. Where can I put this microphone? I'm going to put it in my hair. You love mic tech. Hair. I bet that sounds atrocious. I'm putting it in my hair. I don't know what to tell you. Okay, so here we go. Peter F. Hamilton, Commonwealth Saga. Ooh, flashbacks. Born 1960, of course. Is a British author, of course. Bibliography. There's a whole article. Okay. Yes, standalone novels. Okay. Fallen Dragon. No. I don't know what that's about, but it's only 2 standalone novels? Peter F. Hamilton? Alright, let's see. Maybe his full-length novel, Full Dragon, is as many corporocratic society dominated by 5 megacorporations which wield almost unlimited power. That's just like normal capitalism. Like, what are you on about? Great North Road. Okay. Set in Newcastle upon Tyne in 2143. The Grey is a futuristic murder mystery. Okay, yeah, that's my job. Oh, I love a murder mystery. There's no way. That's insane. I think that I'm definitely just gonna have to like read a novella at this point because there is no reason for a murder mystery to be 1,000 pages. Peter F. Hamilton. There's no reason. Does Peter F. Hamilton not have like an editor? Should I just read the 1,000-page mystery? Should I just try it? I don't want to read a 1,000-page Peter F. Hamilton book. Oh my god. Okay, so I have only met one of my conditions. It is only a standalone, and it is not short or relatively short. You know what I hope? I hope I can't find a copy of that book, and then I can just forget about this video idea. You know, this was silly. Oh god. I'm back. Okay, so you know what I realized? I realized that I never explained why Peter F. Hamilton in that book, The Commonwealth Saga, gave me Tory vibes. So I'm going to do that now before I get into what my thoughts are on the Great North. So in the world of this book, right, all of the characters are terrible people. Everyone's bad. They're all terrible people. But there's one character though. He's a rich white patriarch, right? And he's basically a sociopath. But he cares about his family. So it's okay. That's his one apparently redeeming feature. So at the end of the book, we have to have this character swoop in and save the day very dramatically and save all of the problems, most of which are caused by women or one woman in the book acting very emotionally or hysterically, if you will, as we do, as women do. Women do be shopping because, at the end of the day, we need old, rich white dudes to come in and save the day. Whether it's like physically from a physical threat or in a Randian way. In this scene in the book, the author tries very hard to convince us that what is happening is cool and edgy. Like you have you have like this old white dude naked, covered in gold for reasons, doing like James Bond, Spider-Man born things. Picturing this was hilarious because I was thinking of Peter F. Hamilton writing this and thinking, damn, this is so cool. This is the coolest shit ever. It's very funny. Again, everyone in this book is a terrible character and the narrator is neutral about them. Let you make up your mind about everybody, except until we got to that scene. I was like, okay, Pete, is this you? Also, the technological advances, the way that they were made in this book were also very Randian. And old people can rejuvenate their bodies, I guess, make them younger, and they choose to make themselves teenagers, I guess. And these teenage bodies are described as the female ones, of course, as like nubile many times by the narrator. Samu, maybe you just don't like Peter F. Hamilton books because you disagree with him. Maybe. And that is my prerogative. I think I'm allowed to do that. I think that's fine. Anyway, The Great North Road. So I read 10 pages of this book and then put it down. In those 10 pages, all that happens is that two characters are in a car and they drive like 20 kilometers down the road. That's all that happens. That's it. The rest is just exposition. Peter F. Hamilton is one of those authors who can't have you not know something for even like 1 second. As soon as he mentions something, he has to explain it in great detail. He has to go into extreme detail to explain. So this is the car, and this is the road, and this is the socioeconomic profile. This is where the fuel comes from, and what it is, and what it's made from, and how it works. Here's our main character's full backstory. Oh, and by the way, there's someone else in the car. All of that detail, yada, yada, yada. Meanwhile, all that's happened is that they've driven down the street. That's it for 10 pages. And like the world, this world is not new or out there enough to warrant this amount of detail, even for 2012 or 2013 or wherever this book was released. Like it was like, girl, we know these things. These are not new concepts. You don't have to explain them in such detail. So I asked myself, can I take 1,000 more pages of this, and do I care to? And the answer is of course no and no. I think that Peter F. Hamilton's books are just not for me, and that I should trust my instincts, and that, you know what, I should trust myself. I should treat authors like I treat men. Like no second chance. But how about you? Have you ever given an author a second chance and it worked out? I am, however, gonna try this with the other authors on my list. I want to see, maybe except for 2 of them. 2 of them are like unforgivable. One unforgivable for racism, the other one for misogyny. So like, they're both women, by the way, which always feels like more of a betrayal, but yeah. Bye.